So Raw got a 3.1, and I think that that's fucking pathetic. And why? Because this is the rating that they were getting a couple of months ago before they hit their all-time slump. The 2.2s and the 2.3s. So they put all their cards on the table. It's a stacked show apparently. You know, every show counts. So they get The Rock to come back, and you know that that was going to improve the ratings. And it did. But all he did was bring it back to where they were a couple of months ago. What the fuck does that accomplish? I mean, that's like, you know, shitting in the toilet, cleaning it up, and then sooner or later you're just going to shit in it again, dirty it up once more. So what are you going to do? It's fucking pointless, you know? Sooner or later the shit's just going to pile up, and no matter how much they wipe it, it's not going to go away. And sooner or later, the whole fucking thing's going to get flushed down the fucking toilet. Because WWE is a piece of shit. Understand that? Of course you do. Well, of course you don't if you're a fucking PG motherfucker. But the thing is, now, you know, I was really excited when I did my Raw review. You know, I talked about John Cena being hyped up on sugar. But, you know, I was almost the same thing. I was like, oh, this show's epic. You know, shit like that. But now I've calmed the fuck down. I sat back. You know, the fucking marking out is over. And I'm sitting back and I'm thinking, Raw wasn't really that great. And now you're going to say, oh, what are you doing now? Oh, you're going to backpedal? Oh, you know, what are you doing, Brad? Just so I had some respect for you. You know, everybody was so happy on my video. My haters. Oh, Brad finally enjoyed his show. Oh, I'm so excited. Well, now that shit's going to end right now. I'm going to kill your happiness. And I'm not just doing it to be funny. Because everything I say is the fucking truth. You know, you people might laugh at my reactions, but the shit is, well, everything I say is true. The funny shit just comes from WWE itself. You know, these fucking videos make themselves. All I gotta do is fucking talk about the show, how it was, and that's it. There's really nothing to it. So here you go. We're gonna start off with the good shit on the show. Remember the shit that I said was good? Yeah, we're gonna talk about that shit. So the Rock promo. I said that this promo was epic. It was the best mic work in years. Yeah, the best mic work in years. Yeah, I thought it was better than any of the exchanges that Rock and Cena had last year. Yeah, you know, it was better than any other promos that I had seen, you know, in the past few years, you know. And when I think about it, that's just because nobody knows how to cut a fucking promo. Everybody is just a fucking lame-ass jobber nowadays. Guys that wouldn't make it in the business during the Attitude Era. You think fucking Wade Barrett would have been Intercontinental Champion during the Attitude Era? Get the fuck out of here. Of course not. Fucking bearded idiot. You think Antonio Cesaro would be getting TV time back during the day with his fucking horrible promo skills and weirdo gimmicks sleeping on the fucking floor? Of course not. He'd be sleeping out in an alley somewhere, sleeping out of his car, wrestling in a high school gym. That's the shit that would have happened back during the day when wrestling used to be a fucking manly ass sport. Yeah, but that's not how it is anymore. So anyway, you got this fucking promo with The Rock. And it's, you know, it's good by today's standards. And that's when it finally hit me. It clicked. Today's standards. I'm not lowering my fucking standards. I've already seen the best era in professional wrestling, and that was the Attitude Era. So, when I really thought about it, The Rock has cut better promos during the Attitude Era. He has. Even a 1-minute promo where he calls Kevin Kelly the hermaphrodite was better than this shit. And this shit was like fucking 20 minutes. And they accomplished superiority in 1 minute. Fucking 14 years ago. Pathetic. When you really think about it, that's fucking pathetic. And The Rock was there every night. They didn't have to count on a movie star. Nowadays, he's a movie star coming back to save the show to just move the rating up a couple of points. You'd have The Rock cutting great promos, 50 shows in a row. He had fucking hundreds of promos superior to this one, where he said even more adult-oriented stuff and better jokes than the Popeye joke. He had a lot better jokes than that. Something PG or a Rock. They turn up the dial a little bit, on like the raciness of, what he says during the promos when The Rock comes out. It's not as PG-ish, but it still is, Rock-liked. It's not, the hardcore Rock from back in the day. So there you go. So you don't need that promo anymore, because that promo, it is just a second-rate promo when you think about it in retrospect. So now let's take the TLC match. TLC match was good. Best TLC match, best match we've seen in a long time on Raw. And that's the thing. In a long time, Raw has been shitty for a very long time. But back in the day, 2002, you had Raw Roulette. The first major concept of its time. Eric Bischoff says Raw Roulette. They spin the wheel, Raw Roulette. And I was at WWE New York. The World, they were calling it at the time. The theme restaurant. I don't think the PG motherfuckers know what that is. But there used to be a wrestling restaurant in Times Square, and it was fucking awesome. So I sat there and I ate some fucking chicken tenders and I watched a great match. Yeah, it was TLC 4. Hurricane and Kane. You had fucking Dudley's, Jeff Hardy and Rob Van Dam formed a tag team, and then there was some other tag team. I can't quite remember who it was, but they were in that match, and yeah, it was a pretty good fucking match, and it was a lot better than this TLC match. You had a lot more crazy ass stunts, jumping off of ladders. Well, nobody jumped off a ladder in this match. God forbid Punk drop an elbow from the top of the ladder. He didn't even do that. And then I think back to TLC 4, TLC 3 rather, on SmackDown. The night after, not the night after, but a couple of shows after WrestleMania 17, they followed it up with TLC 3. It was basically the same people that were in the match at WrestleMania, but they added Chris Jericho and Chris Benoit in the mix, and it was fucking epic. So there you go. There was an even better TLC match on Raw years ago, and a really awesome TLC match on SmackDown just years ago. So you really don't need this match, because there's better TLC matches to remember. So this isn't even really a memorable TLC match, just a throwaway TLC match. A match that had Ryback in it. Why the fuck you need that match? Yeah, so you might as well just, get that one out of the way. So we just dealt with that. Yeah, so TLC wasn't that great. Just sweep that one under the rug. Okay? So then you got fucking Dolph Ziggler and John Cena. Match was okay, some good counters and shit like that. But then John Cena fucking wins. The fuck is that shit? John Cena's been winning year after fucking year after fucking year after fucking year. Why the fuck does he have to win this year? To start off the year, they do the one thing that everybody hates. Have John Cena win. I thought they're trying to improve things. I thought they were trying to change the ratings. John Cena kills the ratings. Oh, you know what? Let's have him win again. Fuck that shit. Stupid. Instead, a guy who has potential, a guy that a lot of people have an interest in or backing, loses the first fucking show of 2013. First fucking Raw of 2013. And he fucking loses. So there you go. When you put it all together, after I calmed down, Raw really wasn't that great. By today's standards, I guess you could say it was good. In comparison to other Raws recently, it was good. But really, in retrospect, like when we're talking about the best Raws of all time, this one's so fucking down on the list. It's like 1007 when you really think about it. Holy goddamn fuck, it really wasn't that good. So no kidding, it's not a 3.1. Until they get back to having the attitude back, to having TV14 material, this shit isn't going to get past the 3.1. So there you go. You're welcome.